Capital Improvement Board to order. Please rise and join me in the Pledge of Allegiance. The clerk call the roll, please.
Emerson,
Here.
Moore,
Here.
Muta,
Here.
Prieto,
Here.
Rakos,
Here.
Salinas,
Here.
Button.
Let the record reflect that all are present, 6 in chambers and 1 on virtual. Next item on the agenda is consideration of the past meeting minutes. You should have received in your board packet a copy of the meeting minutes for August 5th, 2024, and the chair would entertain a motion for approval.
Mr. President, I will make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Commissioner Muta.
Second.
Seconded by Councilman Rakos. Is there any discussion on the meeting minutes? Any discussion? Any discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Emerson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Muta,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7 in favor and no dissent. Next item on the agenda is a report on the work-study session. Immediately prior to this meeting, we met as a board to discuss items on the agenda. No other matters were discussed. Any other comments or questions? Thank you. Next item on the agenda is item 6, funding. Turn it over to Megan Moore.
Thank you,
Commissioner.
Mr. President.
Thank you.
This evening, we have 4 action items before us totaling at just about $60,152. To date, we have allocated about $7.9 million worth of projects. And currently, we're looking at a balance of about $845,000 of unspent or unallocated funds. This does not include the third quarter budget, which is based upon second quarter collections that I'm hoping to release to the board soon. I typically wait, as you guys know, for mayor to present that to the council before presenting it to this board. And that's it.
Thank you. Questions for Commissioner Moore? Thank you very much for your report. Next item on the agenda is item 7, matters from mayor, council, or other departments. Seeing none, item 8 is old business. Is there any old business? Hearing none, item 9 is new business. Item 9A is funding allocation number 203, Hammond Academy of Science and Technology signage and striping report with Hawk Enterprises in the amount of $21,732.70. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Second.
Thank you, Commissioner Muta, seconded by Commissioner Moore. Is there any discussion? About a month or so prior to school starting, we were approached by the Hammond Academy of Science and Technology's assistant principal to evaluate the signage in and around the school, and we found it to be lacking, particularly in light of the changes that happened under Homan Avenue and even the previous signage prior to that. And so we commissioned a report from Nice Engineering. They made recommendations, which includes one-way signs, do not enter signs, school crosswalk symbols, school ahead symbols, to up the visibility of the school in the area. Nice, helped us solicit quotes. We only received one response from the quoters. That was from Hawk Enterprises. It was extremely close to the engineer's estimate. I want to say it was within 5% of the engineer's estimate. And so it seemed to be a properly quoted bid. And so my recommendation is that we fund the project here and then ask the Board of Public Works and Safety to approve the agreement on Thursday. So I would appreciate your support on this. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Emerson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yeah.
Rakos,
Yes.
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7 in favor and no dissent. Item 9B is funding allocation number 204, daylighting utilities for downtown Hammond Station with Dyer Construction Company in the amount of $8,283.22. Chair entertains a motion.
So moved.
Thank you, Councilman Salinas. Is there a second?
Second.
Second by Councilman Emerson. It's been moved and properly seconded for the project. Is there any discussion? The city of Hammond is undertaking a design for a new Hammond station. During the course of surveying, we found a number of underground utilities that appear to be in conflict with the foundation design of the new station. And so it is recommended that we pinpoint the exact location of those utilities and be able to design the foundation around the existing utilities. One in particular is an AT&T duct that is of significance. When we know that when the NICD contractor for the Westlake asked AT&T to move that, they refused because of the number of wires, cables that run through this particular duct. And so we anticipate the same concern. And so rather than having long delays and relocation of that existing manhole and duct, we're going to try to design around it with the station.
Mr. President,
Yes.
I just wanted to add that this is going to be something that I earmark to be reimbursed through food and beverage tax. So if we can approve this to be spent out of CIB funding in the temporary, because we have not started collecting the food and beverage tax yet, that would be great. And as I mentioned, I will make sure that the Capital Improvement Board gets reimbursed for this and any other future expenses as it relates to the downtown Hammond Station.
Thank you very much, Commissioner. I appreciate you denoting that, and I wonder if maybe at a future board meeting, we could talk a little bit more about how we're working together on refunding. Mm-hmm. I know at a past meeting, you sort of described what's happening, but the process that we go through to make this board comfortable with how we're getting reimbursed, and at times when it looks like we're fronting all the money and do get those reimbursements. So perhaps that can be a subject for either a work study session or a future meeting. That'd be great. Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Emerson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7 in favor, no dissent. Item 9C is a funding allocation number 205, replace signal controller at trail crossing with Hawk Enterprises in the amount of $5,716.65. Is there a motion to approve?
So move.
Thank you, Commissioner Muda. Is there a second?
Second.
Seconded by Commissioner Moore. It's been moved and properly seconded for the funding allocation as described. Is there any discussion? The signal controller at the trail crossing on Chicago at Torrance has been damaged and needs replacement. It's fairly simple, but the cost of the controller itself is obviously in the thousands of dollars and needed to be replaced. And so I would ask for your consideration. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Emerson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7 in favor, no dissent. Item 9D is funding allocation number 206, replace traffic signal pole at 165th and State Line with Hawk Enterprises in the amount of $24,420. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
It's been motioned by Councilman Emerson, seconded by Councilman Salinas for the subject funding allocation. Is there any discussion? Traffic signal pole that is shared with Calumet City at the southeast corner of Holman and 165th is leaning, has been so for some time. I solicited quotes, and Hawk was the responsive quoter in the amount shown. We do have a project planned to improve that intersection on the Indiana side that will help detour future problems at this traffic signal. But if you've seen it, the mast arm is dipped fairly low. This signal has other Hammond equipment on it as well that might have an impact, but this is the total cost to remove that pole and replace it with a new pole and foundation. Is there any other discussion? Any other discussion? Roll call on the motion.
Emerson,
Yes.
Moore,
Yes.
Muda,
Yes.
Prieto,
Yes.
Rakos,
Yes.
Salinas,
Yes.
Button.
Yes, motion carries 7 in favor and no dissent. Is there any other new business? Hearing none, item 10 is public expression. We're open for any public comment, either in-house or on Zoom. Hearing none, there's no public comment. Our next meeting would have normally been scheduled for September 2nd, which is Labor Day. My recollection is that Thursday is the Redevelopment Commission meeting at the regular time, so I believe we pushed this to Wednesday the 4th at our regular time, 4:30 work study, 5 o'clock regular meeting. So if there's nothing further for this board, the chair would entertain a motion to adjourn.
So move.
I heard Commissioner Muda and seconded by Councilman Salinas. Been moved and properly seconded. All in favor signify by saying aye.
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 Aye. All opposed?